check, check. Hey yo, what up, Frieza? What's going on, guys? Making sure you guys can hear me. Oh, let me turn on avatars for you guys. Make sure that's good. Good morning, guys. Yo, Westside, what's good, man? How you been, bro? This is our little project today. Actually, it's round 2 because yesterday my 3D printer, like midstream, just decided to crash. Like, it was crazy. It was like the weirdest thing to troubleshoot. But I eventually fixed it. I literally started streaming for like maybe like a half hour yesterday, and I was gonna like just run a 3D print in the background while, you know, by the time it was done, I would have got to that point where I needed to print. But then, yeah, it just like crapped out. And then I was like, you know what, I gotta troubleshoot this now. And I spent like all night doing it. I wanted to do this last night, but here we are today. What's good, guys, though? You good? How was the weekend, y'all? It's Monday, man. Alright, do we have avatars up? Yep, we got that. Got that. So today, we are attempting to finish this commission for the homie Solid Tips. Right? Now, Solid Tips is a big fan of the Trail series. If you guys don't know, Trail's really deep. Deep as hell, pause. But, like, yeah, super... a lot of games. You know, RPG series. PlayStation 1, I want to say. It kind of started, maybe even before that. But yeah, PlayStation 1 as far as I can remember. All the way up to recent, you know? Yeah, so this is the graphics. This is Altina, and this is Rean from the series. Sides. Real simple. Just mixed it up here. Okay. And then we did a custom foam engraving with Rean. I don't know how to say it. Rean. I don't know how to say it, but I think I'm saying it right. All right. Yeah, we're just gonna get cooking, man. I want to get this done hopefully before noon, so I could just get this shipped out. Solid Tip's been really cool waiting because I went on vacation. He basically caught one of the last slots in my commission queue, but I told everybody, yo, I'm gonna be on vacation. So yeah, so we got a screen, and then we have 2 extra buttons which we have to manually wire. That's a little bit of the challenge today. Foams, and we have LEDs. I did a lot of this stuff yesterday already, so this relatively should be a quick build. But yeah, I upgraded the stream a little bit. Check this out. My dungeon cams now have I put my the laser as a vertical setup because it was like you couldn't really see much. So yeah, that's now vertical. And then I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this all the time because it's like a pain in the ass to set up. But check this out. On my bench setup, I have a cam now. See? I have another cam so you guys can see my dumb ass while I'm working. Right. So yeah. All right. Anyway, let's stick to this view. I don't know if I should leave the camera here. I guess we'll just focus on that. Yeah, I'll just leave the camera here, and then, you know what I mean? I just gotta remember that, like, okay, 8 and on is where basically you guys are. So I'll actually leave this here. Okay, cool. Yeah. So we got some new tech in the stream. This camera is low frame rate though. Just because I got too much going on. Alright, guys. Let's go ahead and start building out this this stick. I'm gonna do the side panels first. You guys saw the graphics already. But yeah, let's do the side panels. Alright. We already installed the artwork inside the buttons yesterday. That's what I was doing while I was like waiting for my 3D printer to like basically repair. And then once I got the print started, I was like, you know what? Let me not waste time. All right. Speaking of features, I'm gonna do L3 and R3, just typical stuff. Advancing. All right, I'm gonna grab all the parts I need for the side panels. Okay, that's the artwork there. Oh, we also need some hardware. I'll just leave my door open to this, to the 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 4, 6. Guys, if you're in my area, we have beatdowns and beers on Thursday. And what's up, Joe? We are running Third Strike. I've been trying my best to like get setups going for Third Strike. Oh yeah, tell me about it, Joe. The JLX2 is already pretty good. I haven't had any trouble with the JLX2. All right, let's see. Now, what do I want to be at the top? Yeah. We got the magnets going. Vincent, you see more of my stuff than I do while I'm working on it, bro. You're like an eagle-eyed observer, bro. Yeah, man. Third Strike's, it's hard, dude. Third Strike is... I've always been, like, a fan of Third Strike, but never a solid player of Third Strike. And you guys know, I'm not, like, a slouch when it comes to fighting games. Like, I be kicking ass sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, but Third Strike is definitely one of the harder games to learn. It's so deep that it's, like... It's so... There's so much knowledge that you need to know against the characters and stuff. Yeah, I know the parry mechanic is like, it is what it is, but there's just so much more crap to the game. There's so much... Oh, yeah, I saw that bearing pivot. I don't know how I feel about that, though, Joe. Is it like, do you really need all that? I thought you meant like some like easier way to do it without replacing parts. I saw that, though. I would like to try it. I thought you had some like low-tech way to do it without... Basically, you're just replacing a whole bunch of parts. You can't get down... Well, you also have to realize that there's red parry that you have to be aware of, and you also have to parry down, and you can parry in the air. You know? There's a lot. I'm excited because, yeah, like, I haven't really done anything for Third Strike, and I feel like now's, like, Third Strike is as strong as it's ever been. Pretty crazy. Yeah, hold parry nonsense. I actually don't like the fact that you can keep holding parry in Street Fighter 6. That's stupid. I mean, it's so stupid because it's, like, it's useless now, because you hold parry, unless you're, like, far away. If you hold parry while you're closer, you're just gonna get thrown. So it's like, what's the point of it? You know what I mean? Yeah, I saw that, Wolfgang, yep. Nice. That's pretty cool, Joe. How much did that whole thing cost you? How much, like, how many, yeah, how much is that upgrade? Westside, you be playing Third Strike, bro? I think eventually what I'm going to end up doing is, If I get enough space, I will run. I'll try to do like a full Street Fighter day. You know, maybe I'll do like Third Strike and then Super Turbo. You know, Street Fighter 2. Maybe Hyper Fighting. I don't know. I feel like Street Fighter 2. There's a big divide between Hyper Fighting and Super Turbo. Because like the old heads really don't like Super Turbo. They're like, why? Like, why don't I don't want to deal with this super meter? You know. All right, guys, we are getting this tuned up. We're getting these sides going. Like I said, I already did the what do you call it? The side buttons. So I'll get that set up. I do have to put on my screen. I have to put on my screen this guy right here. And that's going to show me the orientation of the artwork. I'll just zoom in. There you go. Okay. So that's the left side. Okay. Left side. So I'm going to look over to my screen over there. Actually, this doesn't really even matter much. Okay. Who are you guys playing Third Strike? I'm kind of in a little bit of a character crisis right now with Third Strike. Like I want to play Makoto. Like my heart and soul tells me to play Makoto, right? But I could already tell I'm a much better Yun player and a much better Ken player. You mean Dudley? That's cool. Like I'm just better at, because like, you know, you could just kind of react to things a little bit more easier with like Ken, because it's Ken, you know. It's like he's like a Shoto. Damn, you play Akuma. You can play all those characters. I feel like, yeah, man, I can't really. I can't really decide. I really want to play Makoto though. I might just buckle down and play Makoto, right? And just really learn how to be a good Makoto player. But yeah, it's rather difficult. Alright, I think I got all the buttons set up. Alright. Okay, that's done. Get that out of the way. Let's work on the front panels. Oh, you just mash buttons? I mean, Chun-Li's your obviously best pick. Makoto's hard. Makoto is like, she's just a different, you know how it is, Westside. Makoto's just been like always been a strange character. Like her walk speed is slow, so you really have to be like really apt about like dashing. Like dash for her is like how she gets around like really quickly, because her dash is OD fast, right? And you have to be really deceptive with spacing, like, because she gets a like you basically get a command grab, and like it's like a set play type situation. If you get a Karakusa, like it's completely set play, because you could like obviously you get a punish after the command grab, right? But then you could like you could do like a, I don't know how to say it, but like a tick Kara another command grab, you know? Like do crazy stuff like that. Yeah, no, Gordash, bro. You can't play it like any other Street Fighter game. It's completely different. It's like a lot of mental stack stuff, and the execution is way harder. than any modern fighting game. If you guys got used to the modern fighting games, you know, stuff just doesn't come out like easily. Like you have to have the right inputs. I guess that's what like a lot of newer players that they're like, oh, how come my stuff doesn't come out? How come my Shoryukens don't come out the way that they do, and you know, on these modern games? Because like there's no freaking input. Yo, Kami Kamea, what's up, Kami Kamea? Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, like all these new fighting games, there's like the engine basically gives you shortcuts, you know, to execute a little easier. But yeah, there's none of that in Third Strike, man. Oh, that's cool, Kami. I appreciate that, man. Well, welcome in. We're just hanging out, just doing this build. We're working on a Trails theme. Rean and Altina from Trails. Yo, Dizzle, what up? M Dizzle's in the house too. All right, guys. So we have these two panels set. We got front panel, side panels, and then we got to do the rear panel. Okay, get that going. I know this camera is shit, guys. This camera is crappy. It's like 15 FPS. So, apologize about that. You guys will fucking laugh. It's literally taped to my wall right now. I don't know how I can show you guys this. Let's see, maybe I could do like a selfie. It's so funny. I was like, yo, wait, look. Can you guys see that? I literally, look on the bottom. I taped this phone to my wall with like mad tape on it. I gotta figure out a better solution. I think maybe I can use like a magnet. Yeah, it definitely is. I got a lot of input. Yo, man. Yeah, the home improvement setup, facts. You guys don't understand like how many cameras I have right now. Let's see, I can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 cameras set up because I have my dungeon set up too. Hey, Chowder, see that? That's always live. So I don't know if you guys know this. If you do any type of streaming, or you can use your old phones. Like I try. Like nowadays, I don't get rid of my old iPhones. And I'm talking about old-ass phones. I'm talking about, like, iPhone 6s. Like, shit like that. Like, just old-ass phones that you ain't never gonna use in your life no more. You know what I mean? It's like, they're worth, what, like $45 when you trade them in? But they're worth more. They're worth more as, what do you call it? As reusable tech in your home, if you care about this stuff. I hope it's not for your OnlyFans account. Damn, bro. I see what you're thinking. That's crazy, bro. Real talk, though. Wait, I don't know anything about OnlyFans, guys. Is OnlyFans like a live thing? Or is it, can you go live on OnlyFans? Or is it just like a YouTube for that type of stuff? I have no idea. I never even like went to the website. I never been on OnlyFans. I think. I don't know. All right, someone test it out. Dizzle, you sound like the guy to be testing it out right now. Go open an account and report back. You have 20 minutes. Yo, what if this is just like random thought, but like what if you just what if you did OnlyFans but didn't do explicit content? What if you just like did some normal shit on there? I wonder, like, no one would mess with you, right? Man's playing dumb. Alright, if only someone did a Ramnathal cosplay, I would go on OnlyFans. Oh my god. Oh, some people do that? Like the chick from Harry Potter. Oh, you know, it doesn't... I thought it's all explicit shit. I had no idea, guys. I really have no idea. Yo, Bones. What's up, Sark? How you been, brother? Yo, did you go to Go for Broke? You go to Go for Broke? I've been meaning to go, man. I feel such like a dick, bro. I keep ducking out my boy Kyle, who runs Go for Broke. The one who had a crush on Ron Wednesday. Yeah, now you can do normal stuff. If you started one, what would be? Look at me cleaning my shaft and you cleaning. yeah, that's definitely what's gonna be. Hey guys, we're gonna install this new shaft. Oh god. Alright. I need a USB port. Let me find out if he wants C or B. According to our purchase, our invoice, it says USB-C. I'll be right back. Actually, you guys can come with me. You're planning your Evo trip now? Been good. I did not rejoin a tournament scene next month. Where I hear you, bro. I haven't been doing any events either. Alright, headed to the lab. Oh, it's messy down here. I need a USB port. USB pass-through. USB-C pass-through. Do I have any? I have some. I should have some. I pay a lot of money for these. Here you go. Got that going. I'm doing Combo Breaker. Although I'm contemplating like canceling my trip, guys. I'm contemplating canceling my Combo Breaker trip. I don't know. I just well, okay. There's two reasons. Number one, actually, the main reason is really just cash, bro. It's like I don't take myself seriously as a player. You know what I mean? Like I don't really care that much about competing anymore. Not really my thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm not really like, oh, I'm gonna go fucking kick everyone's ass. You know what I mean? I'm not that type of person anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not really competing. The only reason I really want to go is to, I don't know if you guys know this, but I do a lot of the merch for I do a lot of design work for the merch for Combo Breaker and Evo, and you know I do all this stuff in the background without you guys. I don't really like talk about it much, but a lot of the t-shirts and stuff that you guys buy at Combo Breaker and like you know. All that stuff. Like I always do stuff like that. So that's the reason I want to go. But financially, it's like I'm not gonna. Maybe I probably will play if I'm gonna go. But it's not like, again, I'm not like a competitive player anymore. You know what I mean? Like I'm just kind of here for the community type stuff. And I don't have a table, so I'm just gonna be literally just chilling. So I don't know. Maybe I could save some money. The problem was that. Well, I didn't go to Evo, Dizzle. I went to the Evo Awards. So that's the real problem. I basically took a trip, and I hate to say this, even though I was nominated for the Evo Award, I still had to pay my way to go to California. And hotel, everything. Okay? So I had to pay my way for that trip, and I kind of only budgeted, travel budget, for like one event this year. Right? And I'm not doing that well business-wise because of just the economy and like everyone buying cheap Hot 42 controllers, you know, and not even bothering with like people doing artistic work. Like people just are skipping all that nowadays. They're just like, well, I could just keep buying the same controller 50 times off Amazon because it's like that much cheaper, even though they break much faster. They'll rather do that than pay an artisan like myself or like someone else that does a similar work. So like business hasn't been that good, so I don't really have that much money to spend for like extra things like traveling to events and stuff. Usually I make it worth it by you know, getting a table. But again, for me to have a table, that means I need to spend like $2,000 to $3,000 investing in things I could sell, and I'm not guaranteed to sell it. You know what I mean? Plus the travel there, and I don't even know, like, I did Combo Breaker as a vendor one time, and I had to drive out there because there's no way I can bring all my stuff with me without driving it out, you know? And that was, when I got home, my tires were shot, my brakes were shot for my car. You know what I mean? That's like, I barely made any money. I just went there, sold my stuff. Maybe I made like $500 all said and done, but that's like, is it worth it? And I worked like, you know, I don't know, 24, I worked like total of like maybe 30 hours because you have to be there all day. You know what I mean? It's weird. Yeah. So that, like I said, the value proposition for me, because I'm not being a vendor even, is kind of low right now. So yeah, I'm gonna look to see if I can cancel my trip, and if I can do it for free, I'll do it. If I can't do it for free, then I'll go. That's basically what I'm gonna do. Because I booked Combo Breaker before Evo even was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's my problem right now, guys. Okay, what are we doing here? Gonna cut these little strips real quick. I'm gonna do a 1/2 inch. Need 8 of these. Okay. These are the little like shims that I put in. I need one more. Okay. When I go to Evo, send me out some business cards. That's alright, man. Yeah, I don't really need all that stuff. It's just been like, it's weird though. Like, you would think like the Evo thing, oh wow, we got nominated for like an award or whatever. You think that would be like like a big boost to business? It didn't. Like I didn't think it was going to, so I didn't have any hopes up. But like, it really didn't do anything for my business. Especially, well, I didn't win it. I didn't win the award. Brooke won, right? So I guess there's that. But even then, the nomination should help. It really just helped spread the name. But it didn't do anything for business. You know what I mean? Yeah, I miss ECT too. Yo, what's up, AJ? AJ, that's you from Boston? Is that you? Boston area, AJ? Oh, what's up, brother? How you been, man? Yeah, I miss ECT too, man. Cause at least I could drive. Like, you know, last time AJ won my raffle. He won one of the raffles at ECT. That was super cool. How you been, bro? Everything good? Alright. Okay, guys, we have finished the side panels. This is complete. Okay, I'll leave that right there. You can enjoy that. Alright, let's get the mid panel going. You know what? I think I'm gonna do something. Hold on, guys. Let's go to the computer. I'm still getting out Leverless. It's in our room as a trophy. You don't even play Leverless, right? You should have, you know what you should have done, AJ? You should have asked if anyone wanted to trade it with you, like all the other guys. Because you know how, like, I think, how many times did, I mean, maybe like 4 people won? Or 3 or 4 people? I forgot. You should have been like, yo, who wants the leverless? Let me trade for the lever. Oh, they didn't? Word, okay. You tried at least. Yo, believe it or not, that's like the last... I don't know what happens with ECT, bro. I don't know if you guys know this, but Zach, who runs ECT, is like one of the main guys from ECT. He lives like 10 minutes away from me, so we're like kind of close, you know, physically, and like he's like a friend of mine. Okay, and like I'm like, what's good with ECT? He's like, someone just needs to, like, because he lost his partner that is instrumental in running ECT. Shout out to Walter. We didn't lose Walter. Walter moved to become. He works for Riot as the South American like guy. So he's like in Mexico. So Walter's gone. You know. So like Zach doesn't have like that partner. You know, to help the other side. You know, can't just do it alone, right? So that's why there's no ECT right now. So we basically need like another company to step in and help produce. But yeah, it's not happening. It's not gonna happen for a minute. It doesn't seem like it. And like, you know, like Tampa Never Sleeps would probably be the best choice. But you know, that's like when they have to run the numbers, bro. It's like it might not work out. All right, hold on, guys. I'm trying to print out a dust cover set. No, yeah, Walter's a man, bro. We all know. We all know Walt. Alright, guys. Hold on. $10 million, Guarav. About 10 million. If you could send that over via PayPal, that would be fantastic. 10 million. Cool 10 million. For a fight stick. Just a cool 10 mil, guys. That would really help right now. What am I doing here? I need to print this. I think we're gonna do the purple. What do I need? I just need... You know what? Hold up. Let's try something different today. Hold on. I don't need this guy. Okay, this guy... Can I do this as a stacked... print sequence by object. Here we go. Alright, hold up. Let's see if I can make this one. Let me fix these. Alright. Bet. Can I make this another ass color? I would like this to be blue. Yeah, let's make this blue. And let's make this purple. I've never done this before. So, this is like new territory. Do that. I've done the dust covers before. I've never printed 2 different colors. Is it sliced? Let me see what my manager says about overtime. Yeah, facts. Shaft cover is too tall and collisions will be caused. Oh, dang. So I can't do that? Sugar. Alright. So let's just worry about this first then. Let's just slice this. Print that. How long is it gonna take? 20 minutes to print. Okay, let's do it. You're gonna convert your arcade stick to a leverless? I'm just not getting on with the lever. Nah, really, Dizzle? Speaking of 3D prints, I take that you must have done the corners already. I have. It was such a disaster last night advancing. You were here yesterday. Bro, my 3D printer was just acting all types of stupid yesterday. I had to like spend like 2 hours just fixing it. And then I was trying to go back live again to finish it, but yeah, it just didn't work. Alright guys, so that's gonna go print. I'm gonna go and start setting this up. Yeah, yeah. It was a lot of troubleshooting. All right. Turn this over this way. For now, it's fixed. Get this cleaned up some. How's everybody's day going so far? Is everyone like at work? Everyone chilling at work right now? You about to go to work? You have off? What's happening today? Yo, you working right now and then you gotta go until 7 p.m., bro? AJ, man, you must do some crazy stuff, man. Is that even legal, my guy? Is that even legal? Are you in the medical field? You got working an hour, Avanson? Oh, you're doing a double. You do security. Damn, bro. God bless, man. God bless. Gotta get that paper, right? Gosh. You're loading up Tekken and getting medicated. Man. Dizzle is chilling. We over here busting our ass. And Dizzle's about to play games and smoke some bud. What a life, bro. What a life. Yeah, you know what? My homie Cody, he's another one of the TOs in our area, AJ. My homie Cody, he does the same thing. He used to be like a programmer, right? But like he knows how to do all types of crazy stuff, like, you know, like programming and like visual stuff. And anyway, yeah, he quit that job and just started working security, and now he could do both because his job is so chill. He just basically like watches a monitor all day, make sure no knuckleheads do nothing stupid, right? And then he gets to code all day. You know what I mean? So he gets to code stuff all day. It's like he got two jobs. You know? So he could do what he really wants to do, freelance, and gets his secure check. It's like he gets paid to go to sit in an office to do something, and then it's so chill that he could do another thing. You know, so that's like mad smart, right? I don't know, man. I think that's a tech. Got that off. One sec, guys. He definitely got that off. That's some big brain moves, man. Some big brain stuff. it's big brain until something crazy happens, right? It's big brain until some criminal wants to do some stupid thing. I guess that's a trade-off. Like, one day something crazy might actually pop off, and you might have to do something crazy. You know what I mean? That's crazy, man. You ever have to do something crazy like that? You work in a good area of the city? Okay. Bro, my like 2 cities away from me is Paterson, New Jersey. And like, it's scary, man. Every day in the news, like today, like someone got killed, you know? It's literally like 2 cities away. I'm like relatively safe from that city, but it's scary that it's like so close, you know? Tales of the Hood, guys. Alright, Vanson. My other side, I had to kick someone was sleeping in the garage. Yo, I used to walk in when I used to work for Apple, right? I was one of the store managers, so I would have to open the store when it was my, you know, I would have opening shifts. And one of the locations I worked at, we had overnight security because it kept getting, like, people were trying to rob it because it was in a remote area. Like, you're not in a mall, you know what I mean? So we had overnight security. And like, almost every day I'd catch a motherfucker sleeping. I'm like, yo, what are you doing, bro? I'd walk in and the dude's like just passed out on a chair. Like, assed out. Completely assed out. Just, like, I don't blame him for being sleepy or whatever. But at least be awake when it's about to be, you're about to end your shift, you know? At least be awake for that. You know, pass out at like 4 o'clock in the morning when nobody's really checking on you. But my other side had to kick someone sleeping, and it was like negative teens outside. Oh, like temperature. That's crazy. All right. So we got the motherboard installed, guys, using a GP2040 CE PCB. We got the Magic Boots already connected. I already pre-configured this for what we want to do. You know what? While we have a little bit of time waiting for the 3D print, I am actually going to get some wires, and we are going to get wires, and we're going to do the 2 extra cables that we need really quick. We have to go from here to here. So I'm going to go and make 2 sets of cables. Actually, we need 3 sets of cables. 2 signals and 1 ground. That's good. Okay, that's 1. It's 2. Okay. And then let's do a ground kit. And do that. And yeah, we gotta plug in. See these 2 extra buttons right here? We're gonna do L3 and R3 right there. Okay. Okay, that's ground. Okay. Do the. So we're gonna put this aside just for a sec, guys. Let's work on these cables, and then we'll go ahead and continue on with the rest of the build. Okay. All right. This, we need some QDs, quick disconnects. Gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4 QDs. 4 shields. 3, 4. Alright, let's go put all this back. We got Crystal, our stripper over here. You guys have christened my wire stripper Crystal. What other stream names their tools? Well, you guys named my tool. I didn't do it. Crystal, the wire stripper. Okay, that's the ground. Need one more here. Ow! Bro, I just stabbed myself a wire. Ow, man. That hurt a lot. Okay, so we have one ground chain done. Alright, and then we will just cut a little bit out here to connect to the terminal. Yep, okay. Guys, I don't know what's going on with the weather right now. So I'm in like the New York City area, bro. Like, okay, first of all, I was on vacation for a little bit. I was down in Puerto Rico, right? So I'm chilling. It's nice and warm down there, typical Caribbean stuff, right? So I get home. It's like, oh, like the weather's like pretty good. It was like 80 something degrees. I was like, okay, so, spring is for like actual warm weather is back, right? And like, yo, today it's like 50 degrees out, man. I'm like, what the hell happened, bro? We was good. My grass was good, like it was, everything was like. Today I have to drive my kid to early morning practice for school for band. And it was like freaking brick out. My windows were frosted, bro. Yeah, it was raining a little bit here, but it wasn't that bad, AJ. But like, I'm saying though, it was just like, what the hell, man? Like, we was good. It was like, oh, weather's here. So I got beatdowns and beers at the brewery. AJ been there, to the brewery he been there for a tournament, but I'm doing the casual event, on Thursday, and I think I'm gonna get lucky. I think I'm gonna get a break and actually get some good weather. It's saying it's supposed to be like 60 something, 70 degrees. That's pretty good. I can't tell whether, I said I just stabbed myself. I don't know if there's a piece of metal in my skin, because it fucking hurts right now. I might have to go and get a nail cutter or something. We'll see. If it keeps hurting, I'm gonna have to take a quick break, guys. Alrighty, those cables are done. That away. One sec, guys. I'm gonna rip my sweater off real quick. Woo. A little warm. What's up, John? Yeah, we're back for oh, my bad. Ugh. You know what? I am going to just clip on the mic. What's up, John? You good? All right. Get some water. Okay, guys, so we have our cable set for the extra buttons. I'm gonna park that here. Let's bring over the main set. Let's go get our lever. Today we have a JLX2. I had a mini panic attack before I left on vacation because all these levers were sold out in the United States. Like, there's two companies that bring in everything. There's Focus Attack and Arcade Shock, right? And and Paradise Arcade Shop. I typically use Arcade Shock because he basically has set me up as like a builder, like almost like a sponsored builder and stuff like that. Focus Attack as well, but they have different sets of parts. Like, I'll buy certain things from Arcade Shock and I'll buy certain things from Focus Attack. Paradise, they kind of like the stuff that they have. Like, I don't use it that often. I would shop there a little bit more if they had more of the things that I used. I don't know, where do you guys get your parts from? Nowadays, you could just go direct from like AliExpress and stuff too. Kind of crazy, man. And you know what? There's a lot of Amazon sellers now too. There's like a lot of people selling on Amazon. Okay, we're getting this lever installed, guys. Oh, sugar. Hold on. You know what, guys? I just realized something. I should install the wires. At least, yeah, I should install the wires that I just popped on because the lever is kind of going to be in the way. Let's go ahead and do that first. So this is 26 we're going to plug into. Let's get this a little skinnier. Okay. Yeah, we're going to plug in 26, 27. We're going to use the 2 extra ports that we have on the board. Okay, that's 26. Let's get 27 in, and then we have to plug in the ground, of course. Can you make me a leverless for a price? Nasty Nas. What does that even mean, bro? Are you gonna ask for a price? Are you a Nas fan, Nasty Nas? Are you a real Nas fan? You gotta ask. You a real Nas fan? Alright, I'm gonna test you real quick. I'm gonna drop a verse for you, and you have to tell me what song it is. Ready? Through the lights, cameras in action, glamour glitters and gold. I unfold the scroll, plant seeds to stampede the globe when I'm deceased. I'm gonna leave you with those 2 bars. Go ahead, tell me what song that is. Let me see if you're a real Nas fan. Come on now. Come on now. Alright, hold up. Rap's a cipher. Wait, no. Streets disciple, my rap's a trifle. I shoot slugs from the brain just like a rifle. Stampede the stage, I leave the microphone. Come on, man, what song is that? Oh, you gotta know that one. Come on, man. Okay. Your pop's name you after Nas. Alright. That's cool. Hopefully it's one mic. Out of all the songs, one mic is your jam. I get it. That was a single. What else? That first joint, if you didn't know that first joint, that's not even on. See, like I was testing you because that the first verse I spit isn't actually even on a Nas track. That's on the Purple tape, the Ghostface and Raekwon and Ghostface. That's actually Raekwon's album, but you know how it is. My fault. The Genesis? Wait, Wolfgang, what you saying? Oh, you mean like okay, the Streets Disciple thing? Streets Disciple, my rap's a trifle. I shoot slugs from the brain just like a rifle. Stampede the stage, I leave the microphone lit. Something like that. Verbal assassin, I'm on some pretty tone shit. That one you gotta know. If you're a Nas fan, you have to know that one. Simply because, okay, I mean, if you guys aren't up on this stuff, yeah, simply because that's the first verse he got put on. Shout out to the big homie Large Professor. Large Pro, main source. That's live off the barbecue. Yep, that's the first joint that Nas got put on. The one I listened to, the music is Black Republican and Kissing. Man, he got way deeper cuts than that, man. Honestly, I really like the new stuff, bro. The stuff he did with Hit Boy, it's crazy, man. The King's Disease stuff, probably like his best work. People probably won't say that, but like he finally got with an ill producer, and he put out. I think it's his best work. I think King's is like, yeah. I think King's Disease, the series in general, is his best work. Cause it's like Nas as a what do you call it? Like a grown man, and like, you know, he's been through life, and he has. Yeah, we having a swell morning. Yeah, Wolfgang, yo, I'm back from vacay. So I guess I got one more commission to do, but it's just graphics. So as soon as I finish that graphic, which I'll probably do tomorrow, we could talk about that project you wanted to talk about. All right. I don't know. Magic's alright. Magic's alright. Yo, but King's Disease is on some other shit. Like, King's Disease is on some other shit. Damn, bro. Nah, Wolfgang, yo, handle that first. Don't even talk to me about a controller until you handle that, bro. Okay, hold up. This is a good-ass point right now. I'm not trying to use you as an example, Wolfgang. I'm just telling in general. A lot of people think, oh, leverless is the fucking way. You know, you're not going to get injured if you play leverless. Wrong. You know what I mean? It's arguably, it's way more stressful. It's more stressful on your hands than it is a lever, because you're messing with way more muscles, which, especially your left hand. You're messing with way more muscles than normal. You know what I mean? It's like if you play on a lever, right? If you use your whole arm instead of flicking your wrist, pause. But like if you use your whole arm, you know, pause this whole conversation. But you know what I mean? Like if you actively spread out the, the motion through your whole muscles in your whole arm, you'll be much safer than just playing leverless. Yes. Dude, this is crazy because everyone tell me, oh man, you gotta switch, bro, you're gonna hurt yourself. Bro, I've already hurt myself on my right arm, and that's the button hand, My left hand is straight. Okay, guys, we are getting... What are we getting here? We have to get the artwork now, right? You left-handed. See, that's crazy. That's even crazier, bro. That's even crazier. All right, guys, look, we got a purple shaft. This is new. Ooh, purple shaft. Purple shafts. Okay, that looks sick right there. Okay, I'm gonna leave that, and we're gonna let that chill right there. All right, I'm gonna prep this piece here, guys. This is the clear dust cover, but I have to make it clear. Yeah, good. Yeah, but you gotta take a break, right? You can't be gaming, right? Dude, trust me, I had RSI on my right shoulder, right here. I had tendonitis right here. Hold on, guys. I gotta get the chat up over here because I need to do some work here. Blaster, what's up, man? Yeah, fortunately, I still have to draw since I'm a job, but I take extensive breaks between sessions. I'm off fighting games for the next month or two. Dude. Wolfgang, I don't want to, it took me a year to fully recover from my injury. Maybe more. To feel like, okay, it's like not, like I used to wake up in pain. I went to not wake up from pain, it used to take a year. It took a year for me to get to the point where it's like, okay, like oh shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? My hands are not dying. Not my hands, my whole arm. Yeah, bro. It sucks. What's up, Alex? How you been, man? What time is it in Japan? Konbanwa. Konbanwa. It's definitely evening, right? Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. I'm finally on, I'm good, man. Finally on my spouse visa. So officially here on your own. How long until you have to renew that? I still recommend your button roundup vid, my vids. Oh yeah, dude, Alex a man. Alex is a very talented creator in general. You guys haven't figured that one out yet. Follow Alex Nostalgics, guys. Also follow my man Wolfgang. Yo, Wolfgang, why don't you you could probably just still play some other games, right? You could probably play on your pad still, right? Is that gonna bother you playing on pad? I want to maybe not play fighting games on pad, but maybe just play some chill games. I would sad to see you not streaming. Yeah, I would love to see you. Yo, why don't you just switch back to pad though, Wolfgang? Have you seen those new pads, bro? I have one of those. Victrix sent me one of those pads. Yeah, he's got to pace yourself. Word. You gotta be careful if you do that stuff for work too, man. You gotta be hella careful. It's crazy to think you haven't reviewed anything for 4 years. Yeah, but that is not stopping you from making videos, though. Oh, Blanca for you is wonky on pad. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Working on vid now, actually. Fighting game related or just other stuff? Okay. Hey, Alex. This is gonna sound random, but do you do consulting? Like for like, you know, like just say if I want to ask you how I can improve my channel and stuff like that, like for YouTube, because I'm kind of like at this weird like impasse right now where it's like, I mean, obviously I have to do this, right? Like I have to do this, right? I have to, because this is work. Like I have a commission to make this product right now, but then like after the fact, I want to still make content. I mean, I've been kind of killing two birds with. I know maybe this is the answer. Maybe because it's like lazy. I've been killing two birds with one stone by like making the stream and chopping it up into some other content, but essentially it's just a condensed version of the stream. But is there like, I don't know. That's why I was thinking about maybe I should ask like a real content creator, because I don't really consider myself a content creator. I just make arcade sticks and record it, you know, and stream it, you know. But like, yeah, maybe I should ask a real content creator what I could be doing better, you know. And yeah, if you, I don't know. Yeah, if you do any type of paid consulting or like, you know, that would be cool. There's another guy that shout out to Bruno. Yeah, Bruno offered me that too. I might hit him up because he's more focused in the fighting game space. You have consulted in the past? Yeah, but you kind of like have a mental formula of what works. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I have what works for me, but I feel like it's ran its course. I'm looking for new ideas. That's all. Yeah, 5DX is dope, man. I tried to connect with like bigger streamers. Like I hit up Diet Phone one time, and I don't know. He kind of like Diet Phone's local to me, by the way. Right, shout out to Diet Phone. But like I don't know. I guess he was just he had his mindset on something bigger. But I was like, hey, I'll make your dream controller. Just tell me what you want. Because I don't know if you guys know, but like Diet Phone plays on like multiple controllers. He'll play on leverless for one game. He'll play on stick for another game. He plays Street Fighter 6 on pad. But I was like, okay, the pad I can't really do anything about, but like, sometimes I'm like, what if I made like the ultimate stick so you don't have to bring 3 controllers to venues all the time? He literally shows up with 3 controllers if he's playing all the games. Well, Wolfgang, yeah, that's kind of what I do. I've been doing that. I've been doing so many that I can't put them in an annual video. My last couple, and they don't really do well. Those videos get less than 1,000 views. Maybe like 500 views. Here's the problem, right? There's these other content creators that do like controllers. I'm not gonna name any names, but like clearly they fucking suck at fighting games. You know what I mean? Like this is what pisses me off, bro. Like there's people out there that all they do is make content with fighting games and stuff, right? And you know they have definitely some solid views, and they fucking suck at fighting games. Like I know I could 10-0 them. You know what I mean? So like, why would you listen to somebody that sucks at fighting games about controllers that, you know what I'm saying? This is what pisses me off about this shit. Oh God. Like, I will challenge them. I will body all of those guys, especially in Street Fighter. Like, I will body these guys. Like, why are you making content when you're not actually a subject matter expert? You know what I'm saying? This is what bothers me, I guess. You know. But But here's the thing. Here's why I get bodied, right? Let's flip it. I get bodied because I'm so focused on making the stuff where they're like more reviewers. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm just too deep in the cut. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it is. I'm just like way too deep in the cut. You know what I mean? Like, look at me. I'm literally peeling off paper for an arcade stick right now, bro. What's up, Pop? How you been, brother? Okay, Evanson. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish this batch and I'm just gonna chill out a little bit. It's sunny out, not here, man. I wish I could say the same. It's like cold and dreary today. Yo, Wolfgang. Look, I'm gonna send you something later, okay? But yeah, I've been getting back into music, like music production and stuff. And let's just say this: I landed probably the biggest placement I've ever landed as far as like artist. Like, I'm talking about big fucking name artist, and it's gaming. And I spent so much time making music. This is how weird things are, guys. I spent so much time in my 20s and 30s. I'm old as fuck if you guys don't know, but like I've spent 2 decades like really grinding music, right? You know, especially in my 20s, I would say. I spent so much time grinding, like trying to make it in music, being a producer and DJ and everything. And, you know, I've worked with some pretty big artists, not like crazy big artists, but I've done some stuff, you know. Like, I get a publishing check every once in a while, you know, so you know what I'm saying? So it's not like I wasn't successful in that space. Also, that wasn't my career. I was doing that all on the side. You know, but then like recently I just got a placement, meaning that, you know, I got an artist on one of my tracks and I collaborated on the bigger project. And it's like the biggest placement I've ever gotten artist wise. And it's not even like, and I'm not even concentrating on music. This is the weird part about life, man. It's so weird, bro. Like, just life is just so strange, bro. Oh, speaking about life, guys, I almost died in Puerto Rico. Did I tell you this? I didn't tell you this story. I got caught in a rip current when I was on the beach. I got caught in the rip current. Sent me about like probably like 100. I don't even know how many. Like, I would say like 25 yards out in the ocean. And like, yo, like the current was so strong. I was fucking far. And I couldn't touch the bottom. I was far out. So then, I don't know what it was. I went into like survival mode. I was like, fuck, like I'm gonna die. Like, and my kids can swim, my wife can't swim. There's no way my kids would have saved me if I called. And there's no lifeguard on the beach in Puerto Rico, which I don't know why. Because it's crazy. No, I got caught with a rip current. So I got sent out maybe like 25 yards out, and it was like super strong undercurrent, right? And the waves are fucking crazy. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna die. I literally like I was like exhausted. I'm like, I'm gonna die because I was trying to swim back. But then I was like, okay, like I just like, all right. I went into like skate surfer mode. I was like, I'm gonna be a surfboard. I'm just gonna ride the wave in. So I literally just floated up to the top of the fucking thing. I just floated on my back so I could breathe. And I literally like pushed, just like, you know, was waiting for the waves, and I would just catch the wave. You know, couldn't breathe for a couple seconds, but I did that like 5 times, and I got close enough to where I got some footing again, and I was able to freaking climb my way back. But it was a good like 4 minutes of me like, oh, I'm fucking dead. Yeah, I thought I was dead. I literally thought I was dead. There wasn't any rocks though, no. But yeah, so just be careful out there, guys. Now I'm like super cautious about the water. But I actually am proud of myself for like staying calm. I did, you know what it was? I was like, let me just stay calm. Let me stay calm and like, you know. But anyway, I found out later what you're supposed to do. If you ever get caught in this situation, what you're supposed to do is swim parallel to the beach. Okay, because you're in a funnel going like perpendicular, right? So you're going like out. You're supposed to swim like parallel to the beach to get past the funnel, you know? So then, yeah, because like the water is going this way, so you need to swim past it, like go left or right. You know what I mean? To get to the point where it's not crazy, and then you can make your way back. But that's what you're supposed to do. The shot's almost dying. Yeah, at least there wasn't any sharp objects. Facts. I mean, it was all like a relatively... And you know what's funny? So I looked it up after, because I was like, holy shit. And apparently, like, 4 weeks earlier, 2 people died. From rip currents. 2 people died, yo. In Puerto Rico. Not on the same beach that I was at, but like very close. Yeah, shout's almost dying, bro. And like I went back to the beach. Here's the funny part. I'm like out of breath. I finally got to the beach, right? I'm out of breath. I like tell my wife, I'm like, babe, I almost fucking died. And like they just like looked up from sunbathing. I'm like, oh, okay. Just went back down. Like they didn't take me seriously until I was like, no, I actually almost died. You know? That was the worst part. I was like, really? Yo, what's up, Bifu? Alright, guys. How's this looking? Looking pretty good so far. Okay. I'm gonna flippy floppy. Bifu, are you going to combo breaker? Are you working combo breaker? Combo breaker, no, got it. Production work for some events are difficult to get into. I hear that near-death thing underwater trying to snake around the ladder. That was years ago. Really? Bro, that's crazy, Blaster. Okay. Let's get the screen going. I'm just going to drop the screen in. I have a very TV approach to how you work. I hear you, bro. I mean, honestly, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just about like. At that point, man, it's just you gotta pick your battles, right? And I'm sure, like, well, actually, I'm not even saying I'm sure. I mean, I actually know that working fighting game events ain't really that profitable. You know what I mean? For the amount of work that you do, because I kind of do some of the work myself. I'm not as like involved like with the stuff that like you and like some of the other guys do, but like I know what it takes to to produce an event, and I can tell you, even good events don't really get paid that much. Yeah, you kind of just have to do it for the community type thing. Maybe make some money, a little bit of money, pay some of the bills, but for the most part, you ain't making shit. It would take you 15 combo breakers, okay. Right, no, I hear you. You listen, guys, I recently, like, remember I was telling you guys, I did some music production work. Yo, Beefy, when you hear this, you're gonna know what I'm talking about, right? I can't talk about it. I wish I can, but you're gonna hear it and be like, that's Johnny. Anyway, so I did some music production work for Evo recently, right? And you know, it was kind of like an open slate because it was a last minute type thing, and they're like, "Can you do it?" I was like, "All right." I was literally about to leave on vacation. I was like, "Fuck it, I'll sacrifice my whole day of work because I had this project to do and another project." I was like, "I'll sacrifice it." And then I'll sacrifice it because I really want to do this project because of the scope that it was and the artists that were involved, right? So I was like, I got to do this. Like, it would be stupid not to do this. And then they left it open. They was like, can you do it? I'm like, sure. And then I finish it, and I was like, and they're like, wow, I like knocked it out of the park apparently. And I have some writing credits on the project now, right? So they're like, hey, this changes it because you actually wrote for the project now. You're part of it. And they're like, you know. And they're like, "What are you gonna charge?" I was like, "No." I was like, "So how much am I being paid for this?" And they're like, "Well, you know, X, Y, and Z." It's like, you just write it up. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this invoice like how I used to do it when I was making music, but upgraded to today's economy. And like, I sent the invoice. I didn't hear nothing back yet, but like, yeah, I asked for like honestly what I believe that the project was worth, and I probably undersold it, but like for fighting game terms, I know it's a lot. But you know what? I'm not gonna play myself anymore. You know what I mean? I'm done with it. I'm too old to be playing myself. Like, I've already established myself in multiple lanes. You know what I mean? That's why I got the last minute call, because motherfuckers know I could finish the job. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you call me last minute for a project, and by the way, I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you, like, from my perspective. This is not a complaint or anything. But I'm at the point now where it's just like, yeah, this is gonna be my rate for these certain things, because I have the experience. I knock it out with a high production value, all that stuff. You know what I mean? And I do it timely and honestly before as promised. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna stop playing myself. You know what I mean? All right, I gotta say this. You do it for community argument. I understand you're a small local, but if you're a major, you need to pay your people. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Honestly, with music, it depends who you're working with. It's not really just about like a label, because you can have shady people anywhere, you know. Or generous people, or people who understand the value of creative work, you know what I mean? It all depends, really. All right, guys. 3D printed corners here. I'm gonna pop these in. I don't know if these are gonna be tight or shit. Okay. What I was afraid of, guys. So now we have to. Need to install some strips of tape to thicken them up a little bit. Well, keep in mind, who I just worked for is basically Sony. You know what I mean? So yeah, like, nah, I know what you mean, bro. I've been down that lane. I did the whole music grind thing for a minute. Solitaire, what's up, my guy? Hey, Ben, bro. On top of almost dying, right? Look at these bug bites that I got. There's these bugs in Puerto Rico called no-see-ums. They're basically like mini mosquitoes that you don't see because they're so small. I got destroyed because one day, actually, it was actually my first day. Apparently, like, so like when I checked in, we checked in our hotel, they were like, yo, here's some bug spray. And we're like, okay. Like, random, right? Like, here's some bug spray. And then like, because our room wasn't ready yet, we just chilled on the beach. And like, 20 minutes later, I'm like, I'm getting annihilated by animals right now. Like, just literally getting killed. Right? And then fucking, yeah, then we go in the lobby and there's like a sign for these animals called no-see-um bugs. Because I don't even know what they're actually called, but they're called no-see-ums because you don't see them. Oh my god. Yeah, tasty mainlander blood, bro. That's basically what happened. Like, oh man, we got some Filipino food tonight, guys. Yeah, look at this. I got annihilated. Can you guys see that? And they're itchy. They were itchy as fuck for like the whole trip. I was like, damn, I should have used the damn bug spray. It sucks that they didn't get back to you. Nah, I feel you. Like, I'm still doing it. I'm doing an event this week. I got the info today. Wow, yeah, nah, that's crazy. They're just small. Yeah, they're basically mosquitoes. Yeah, I know. It's just wild though. I was like, damn, I should have used the fucking bug spray, man. Like, if the lobby is giving you bug spray, like something is up. Like a whole can of like bug spray, like, you know, like a 15. You know, those shits aren't cheap. Definitely like a $10 bottle of bug spray. Like they're giving you that for a reason. You watched WrestleMania over the weekend? Dude, I don't know anything about wrestling anymore. Is this still good? Yeah, but the sign was on some obscure thing. You know what I mean? Either way, I got bodied. Alright, guys. So we have installed the corners. We got the levering, we got the LCD in. I can now flip her over and let's put the buttons in. Is Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan's dead, right? Did he die? Is Hulk Hogan dead? Did he die? Yeah, right? He died, right? He did, yeah. Last year, that's right, I remember that. You know the pro tip? Always eat bananas, then mosquitoes will stay away. Is that what it is, Tolatier? Brock Lesnar retired. Okay. Gotta line these buttons up, guys. Okay. That's one. Let's see. I'm looking at the screen over here so I can see what the hell I'm doing. That's two. That's three. Four. Mosquitoes hate bananas. You got beat by a black man. I mean, Olafin put him down. Oh my god. Yeah, I have no clue what the fuck you guys are talking about right now. No fucking clue. I haven't watched wrestling since most of you guys weren't even born yet. Yeah, Pop, all those Grand Prix in the Middle East are canceled. Yeah, you can't have missiles flying over. Exactly. Anybody else in the chat watch Formula One? It's getting big in the States, man. Surprised, like, a lot of people aren't really up on it yet. I know, you win the Grand Prix and freaking just bombs going off. Actual bombs instead of, like, fireworks. You think the peripheral space is getting too crowded? Tier? Yes. I am basically, like, contemplating quitting at this point. There's just too many companies, man. There's too many different controller companies, and the flat box market, they're just invading Amazon. You know what I mean? And like no one wants to pay for quality stuff anymore. No one wants to like support creators anymore. You know what I mean? Like no one wants to support like artists anymore. They just want cheap shit that they can buy off Amazon over and over. Like, you know what I mean? No one cares about what I do anymore. It's you know, it's kind of like yeah, it's kind of getting a little depressing, to be honest. What do you guys think about that? You ever see that? Purple, clear, and blue? That's fire, right? Yeah, but we're you know, like as like the newer younger generations get older, they're still gonna have these values of like instant gratification. You know, oh, why would I want to wait on a commission list for a month when I could just buy this off Amazon right now? You know what I'm saying? Yo, thanks for the sub, Skills. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm dealing with right now. I'm dealing with two things. Yes, the market got so saturated. Everyone's doing the same thing. And then I'm dealing with a generation that have literally no patience anymore. Literally don't value any they don't value skill as much as, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think Bifu could understand this because, like, he's a very skillful person. Anybody that does, like, an artisan job, like, no one, honestly, like, people don't care about that shit no more. They really don't care about stuff like that anymore. It's sad. They rather get the instant gratification. They'll pay for the Chinese knockoff versus, you know, versus the person who actually innovated. Let's be real. Junk Food Arcade is the first guy to make the flat boxes, right? Shout out to Junk Food. You know what I mean? My man's basically got robbed. His idea got poached and robbed, and now everybody makes a leverless controller. You know, and they can make it cheaper because of China. And they don't really care about making profit because they could just make the industrial machine of China in general work is so efficient that they could just make more controllers and just sell them at a cheaper rate. You know what I'm saying? So this is where we are. We're in this space right now. And then on top of that, we have the US economy, you know, with tariffs and everything. So this button that used to cost maybe $4 retail now costs $6.50 because the importers have to also pay those tariff fees, and guess who gets passed down to us? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is why right now I'm like really contemplating like at least taking a break, because it's not really that profitable. Like, I'm not really making any, like, you could take the price of what I charge for these commissions and then just do the math yourself. Be like, okay, let's just break down all the parts, and you will see that I think I make like maybe $100, maybe, depending on, you know, something like that. Like, just with the amount of work that I actually do. Like, this project has been maybe like 15 hours already. Yeah, like maybe 12 to 15 hours total. Between the graphics, between making all the panels, everything. So factoring like the amount of work that I do, yeah, it's just not. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a little depressing at this point. Well, I see, the reason why I can kind of keep going for a little bit, because I work for one of the best companies in the world for a long ass time. You know? And, you know, I'm not stupid and have saved some money. You know what I'm saying? So, there's that. So, like, whereas other companies have already folded, you know, I have a little bit more security than most people. But, like I said, I might have to, you know, just out of sheer common sense, I might have to pack it up based on that, you know? You cannot be stupid and save money. You can do that too. But it helps if you're not stupid, right? China can make anything, bro. And here's the thing. Listen. It's not really about China. It's about how, especially in our country, it's how we set up everything so that we don't have to make anything anymore. You know what I mean? Like, in the United States, right? You can't even get a motherboard made. Like, there's certain things you can't even do anymore because we just let the industry, you know, other countries just do it for us. And now, like China, for instance, became a superpower. And they have this industrial machine that nothing in the U.S. can compete, at least for decades. At least a decade. We're not going to be able to match that capacity for at least a decade. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to get this PCB made in the United States will cost 4 times more than what it costs to make it in China. And trust me, we have tried to get it done. When at the height of the pandemic, we actually checked. Not the pandemic, the whole tariff crisis, when like the shit was changing every 4 minutes, we tried to see how much it would cost to get these PCBs made in the United States. And guess what? It costs 4 to 5 times more. It's like, how can we actually make anything in the United States anymore? Manufacturing is done in the United States. That's because, like, I guess, I don't know what generation it was. I don't think it was my generation. But like maybe the boomers just decided that, oh, we're too good to make stuff in the United States now. We'll let all these other countries, developing countries, make everything for us. You know, why should we work hard? You know, when it could be done like here for cheaper, right? And we could pay them peanuts. And they're developing. Guess what? They're developed now. They're the most developed country in the damn world at the moment, probably. You know, and here we are. We put ourselves in a freaking hole. And these tariffs aren't even making it any better because now we have to pay for all those things that we're importing in. Yes, we're supposed to stimulate new business in this country. You're right, but you know how long it's going to take for that infrastructure to get set up? So if you're a small business that needs some sort of manufacturing, yeah, we're kind of shit out of luck, at least with this administration. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Not just making something, we don't own anything anymore. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. What's the best example of that, Tall Tier? What is it that we... It's crazy, right? Music? Oh, you mean like physically? Like we don't own the music anymore? Well, see, here's a difference though, I think, with that though, Tall Tier. You have a decision to make. Like, you can be like, I'm only purchasing my own music. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to obtain my own music. Like, you know? But most people just, here's the thing. Just like back to my Amazon thing, they just pay for the convenience. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same analogy, dude. You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, I could buy this leverless for like $20 on Amazon. You know, it'll probably last until the USB-C port breaks, because they always do. But I could just buy it again because it's so convenient. It's like a streaming wave of like convenience. Same thing with music. It's like, well, I could stream all this music for this much a month. I would have bought 3, like that was our logic, right? Well, you know, that would have cost only 1 CD. Right? We're talking about CDs, right? Yeah, that would have cost 1 CD worth. For 1 CD's worth, I can have the world's library of music. You know, there's definitely value in that. But like, I'll tell you, like, for me, it affects me as a DJ. You know what I mean? As a DJ, you can't, unless you pay. Actually, no. This is nowadays you can actually do this, but limited. But like, yeah, as DJs, like, you couldn't really use your streaming services. Nowadays, they're starting to get hip to it. Like Apple Music and Spotify, you can now use in DJ software, right? SoundCloud too, but even though SoundCloud's more independent. But yeah, but it's like, you still have to keep paying for that subscription to be able to do that. Like, if you're a real DJ, and like, you know, there's certain gigs now, these really cool gigs that you can get as DJs if you have vinyl. If you're a vinyl DJ, because some places I only want to play vinyl. You know, all those sucker DJs, they're done. Oh, you only have Serato? Oh, well, guess what? You can't play at this place. You know what I mean? You're digital only. You know. So it's kind of weird. But like back, maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Yeah, you couldn't even, if you had anything on your library that was like Apple Music or whatever, yeah, it wouldn't even show up. You can't even use it to DJ with. But nowadays you can, but here's a catch. You always got to be on the internet. You can't offline it. It's crazy. Alright guys, so we think we wired up most of the buttons now. Okay, I'm just waiting for my hot glue gun to kind of finish up, warm it up so I can... No, not yet. Yeah, I gotta hit this guy so it doesn't fall off. Okay, let's actually install the rear panel. Let's get that going. Countries, you have a scratch my back, scratch yours. US, we've done scratching your back. Now we have to scratch your back then. Now northern states tourist industries are freaking out. Oh. Shit, guys. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know what you mean. There we go. I'm trying this new thing, guys. It's not really working out too well. Fuck. Alright, we're hot gluing down port. Okay, I think that's all we're going to need for the hot glue gun. Thank you, Hagu. Canada has a lot of resources surplus, though. I think my nationalist bias speaking. Hagu! Like, natural resources, right? For Canada? Is that what you're talking about, Pop? Other than maple syrup, what is the what is the chief export of Canada? Oil? Oh god. Yeah, thank you, Hagu. Like lumber, right? I bet like lumber. Probably Canada has tons of lumber. We could definitely produce more. We have more natural resource, educated people. Wait, and educated people. But to produce as much as we consume. What are you talking about, Pop? Maple syrup. That shit's crazy, right? Minerals and timber would be the top. Grain products. What do you mean grain products? Like barley and stuff like that? There's probably so much shit in the Arctic, like the Canadian Arctic, that is not even discovered yet. If you ask Clev, there's an alien base down there too. You know what I mean? There's all types of shit in Canada, in the wilderness. There we go, guys. Okay. I think we're number 2 producer of aluminum besides China, behind China, really. You guys have natural aluminum there? Yes, okay. So we're going to head and wire up this. Number 1 producer of beaver pelts too, right? There's beaver pelts, maple syrup, timber, and aluminum. In that order. America produces racism. What else do we produce here? US is behind Japan in xenophobia. Canadians friendly people, right? America exports ignorant racists. Entitled ignorant racists. How about that? Oh god. Listen, guys, I've been traveling a lot lately, and that is literally how people perceive dumb Americans. Like, I hate to say this. It's so true. I don't know if you guys have traveled outside. If you guys are in the US, and I don't know if you've traveled to another country lately, that's not a resort. Let me tell you guys this. A lot of you people who travel don't actually travel. You just go to a fucking American hotel, eat a fucking hamburger for lunch, and don't actually experience like the country that you're in. Like, don't do that. If you're gonna go travel somewhere, unless all you're trying to do is just go sit in a pool and drink, why you gotta leave the country for? Go somewhere else. Go to Florida. You know what I mean? Like, you don't gotta spend money to another country to do that. That's a waste of cultural. You know? Yeah. I mean, look, there was one point in time where that mentality got this country very far. Now it's actually like being very detrimental. I feel like I'll get kidnapped if I went to the Philippines. No, you won't. It's all here. You only get kidnapped if you act flashy. You know what I mean? Or there's some weird like political thing that maybe your family's connected to. You know what I mean? Like some shit like that. Like, you will get robbed if you go to, like, Tondo, though. You know, don't go to Tondo and by yourself without a local hanging out with you. Don't go to Tondo. You know what I mean? Don't do that shit. But, like, for the most part, you're pretty chill in the Philippines. You won't get robbed, bro. Like, you know, when I go to Philippines, bro, like I don't even dress. I just dress like a bum, you know? Just fucking chanelas, walking around, basketball shorts, just. Originally, Johnny, the Western country like the United States and Canada consume way more than it is. Yeah, of course. Became reliant on yeah, and we also realized that we could pay other countries much less, and then because of that, you know, allowed them or some sort of like or supplemented these countries to build up infrastructure in certain, you know, certain parts of the world because it was profitable for some people, and they can not charge as much labor and all that good stuff. Yeah, so it's both exactly what you're saying and what we're saying, man. Yeah, and you know what I mean? Yeah. The other thing too is like a lot of Americans are just lazy. You know, there's like whole generations of people that grew up on welfare. You know, and yes, that could be like a racial thing. It could be like people subjugated to conditions where that is the. But still, like some people don't even want to work. You know what I mean? They have no inkling or like have no desire to physically work. They just want to live on welfare their whole life. You know what I mean? And that's perfectly fine to them because the government's providing them. That's crazy, bro. All right, guys, here we go. Plugging in the R3 button. All right, let's. I think we got all the connections done except for the USB port, guys. I run a couple of group homes. I am struggling to find people willing to. Yeah. Tall tier, I'm so happy you said that because like a lot of people just think like I am talking out of my ass. I call people lazy, whatever. You know, it's just like people are just stuck sometimes and they don't want to change anything about it. That sucks, man. It is the plight of our species, I guess, right? Listen, I almost died over the week, you know. So it's like, I could talk about all this stuff. I almost wasn't going to be here. I literally almost died last week, so. I'm gonna call it like it is, bro. Oh, I got caught. I was in Puerto Rico. And I got caught in a rip current. And I got like sent out like maybe like 20 yards out in the ocean. I was fucking in the ocean, bro. And yeah, I was just scary as fuck. Yeah. I had to... Somehow I made my way back. Like, and I was fucking like dead tired. I almost like passed out on the beach. You ever been so like exhausted that like you black out? I was like, my eyes were like my vision was fading. Then I just had to sit and breathe for like, literally just sat down and breathed for like 15 minutes until I was like back to normal again and contemplated what the hell happened. Yeah, where was Aquaman, bro? Where the hell was Aquaman? I definitely needed Aquaman, man. Or the Deep. What show is that? The Guys? The Deep. I know, God forbid. Dude, and like, thank God, like, I can kind of swim. The Boys, yeah. Such good, so good. Where was the Deep? Alright, guys. Trying to wire. Keep this neat. You like the Vuelix? This is actually like a Vuelix layout too, Vanson. This is like a Vuelix +2. All right, here we go. Okay, almost done, guys. Let's clean up a little bit, tidy up some. Guys, you have any idea, what should I do with these boxes? What should I do with these? I've been saving these boxes for, I don't know why. I have literally like a stack of these boxes. These little plastic boxes. I don't do anything cool like smoke weed. I have no need for these things other than like they're kind of cool. Maybe I should smoke weed and put them in there. That's the tech, huh? Yeah, so many dime bags, right? Yeah. Oh fuck. I like to, well, I mean, glue this cable down right here. Clev is more productive on weed. I don't think I'd be productive at all on weed, guys. Is he really? Has he said that physically? I hope I get to see him soon, man. Is it bad I have productive weed and sleeping weed? What sleeping weed do you use? I feel like I know my wife sometimes be having trouble sleeping, and like one day we went to the dispensary to buy like an edible, and the lady gave us like productive weed instead of when we were looking for sleeping weed. You gotta get a sativa, right, or something like that, or indica? Is it indica? Yeah, indica is this. Okay, there we go. Indica is the sleepy weed. Okay, guys. So this is kind of like some new tech. You may have seen me do this before, but you see this? So I connect this to for the LCD. I'm sorry, the LEDs. I'll show you guys in a sec. So this is the second half of this. So the reason why I do this for some builds is that because it's the ones that have the magnetic feet, and these two pieces you can kind of click together to enable the LED like that. You see? So you can click it together. Because this build will have the option to remove the bottom because it's magnetic. All right, let's go put on the side panel. That's not going anywhere. Sativa would be productive weed, I see. Okay. All right, guys. So we're basically at the last step. I'm gonna grab the feet. Now, these aren't needed. Uh-oh. But we will click in the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna click the bottom just like we did earlier. And, oh wait. There we go. We have the magnet on the bottom, and then look at our engraving. I already did this prior because I had all that extra time. I was fixing my 3D printer yesterday. laser etched Rean on the bottom. Okay. Can you just get CBD for sleep? Oh, maybe I should, because I have no interest in getting high. That shit gives me anxiety, bro. Yeah, maybe we could just get CBD for sleep then. Okay, so customer has the option to do the magnetic bottom and just leave this on like this, and you can just remove the bottom like that and then unplug the LED. But I will leave that up to the customer. Okay. But I'm going to install the feet. I'm going to install the feet anyway, just so that they have that secondary option as well. They don't want to mess with it. But we also have to test this bad boy out. You know what? I'm going to set up my ROG Ally and test it out here, because I haven't, I need to update it and make sure it works. Actually, that's going to probably take too long. Maybe for next build I'll do that. And now I thought about it, because there is a software update, I believe. Your first dealer was a UPS driver? I used to hate when I asked my stoner friend if they want to do something tomorrow, and they were super hype about it in the day. Then after they smoke weed, they cancel it because they just want to stay high, stay home and get high. Yeah. My group of friends in high school were all fucking... all they did was smoke. I don't know how that affected them. My one friend that is successful now, who used to smoke all the time, used to be used to sell weed too. Yeah, I got friends like that too. Well, I had friends like that. It's like they always had to do their smoke break, and then like, you know, they would come back and be all like weird. I have friends and family that they can't like do anything without drinking. Does that stuff bother you guys? You have like family or friends that like all they do is drink. Like anytime there's a get together, it's like there can't be a get together without alcohol. It has to be alcohol around. I think that if you have friends like that, that's not like, I don't think that's a good relationship type thing. All right, guys. Do I have a cable somewhere? Actually, guys, let's see. I am gonna grab my ROG Ally. 2 reasons. I need to update it for Beatdowns and Beers this Thursday if you guys are coming out. That's one real reason. And the other reason is we could actually use it to check to see if this is working. Okay, so let's unplug my iPad. Check this out. I installed this ring. Guys, look. Okay. And I have pop socket for my phone, and I can actually click it on there. And now I have a stand for my ROG Ally. Cool, right? Actually, I need a dock. Okay. How long does it take for you to get exhausted? From gaming? I can only probably really play for like 2 to 3 hours tops, personally. I don't know if that's what you meant, bro. Okay, that's going. I am in offline mode right now, so I'm gonna hit play. Okay, let's connect this controller, guys. Make sure it works. I need a cable. I gotta try to find a cable somewhere. Here we go. Nope, that's not gonna work. Oh, here, I found one. Wait, were you guys saying? So you guys are saying, I can't stand being around drunk people? Yeah, I can't stand it either. I found the drinking folks are the worst. You don't drink oddly. How about gaming? Yeah, it bothers me because it used to be you. Wait, you used to be the drunk person, Pop? Like always drunk? Some of my family, though, they're like so into alcohol. You know what I mean? Like they'll go buy the expensive ass bottle of fucking Joe Blow liquor. You know what I mean? Like that's like a hobby. It's like, oh, like, yeah, let's fucking buy $1,000 bottle of whatever. You know what I mean? Oh, look at that, guys. Client's name loaded up just fine. Great success. Very nice. Wait, why is this not in fucking full screen mode? Whatever. Doesn't actually matter. Oh, I realize what's going on. My current iPad is connected to this thing. Okay, here we go. You've been sober for 6 years? Were you in a bad spot, Pop? Was it that bad? Fuck, I forgot what Bluetooth mode this keyboard is supposed to be on. Okay, it's working. That's a good sign. Graphics. How do I set this to full screen, guys? Alright, whatever. I'll deal with this later. I don't know why it's acting up. Okay, let's just go to practice, test everything out. It's looking like all the inputs are clean here. Up, down, left, right. Everything's working out here. One day I just realized you didn't need it and progressively stopped. That's beautiful, bro. Okay. Yeah, everything feels good. Nice. Ah! Whoops. I'm trying to do this combo. Woo! Let's go. Can't shake the caffeine. Well, that could be a two-part problem because some people just love coffee, you know what I mean? You can switch a decaf or half calf. Yeah, sugar's crazy, right? It is crazy. Okay, guys, this is working hella good. Okay. Yo, you guys know something so messed up? Street Fighter 6 on PC, right? Even though if you put it full screen, even if you put Street Fighter 6 on full screen, it still runs in windowed mode. It's just full screen windowed. And they did that to make the parity a little bit closer to console. It's kind of messed up. If this game can run true full screen, there would be a big difference. Yeah, do it, Pop. I bet you won't even notice the difference. Or just switch to half calf. Like, do a half calf. You know what I mean? Especially if you make your own coffee. If you make your own pots of coffee, just buy a bag of decaf and buy a bag of regular, and then just mix it. That's how I kind of wean myself off caffeine myself. Nowadays, I enjoy coffee. You know what I mean? I just like coffee because of coffee. All right, guys, this is done. We are done with the build. Woohoo! We are done with the build. Okay, let's clean up some. Clean up a little bit. And then we'll do a proper explanation of everything, and then we'll call it. Oh, but this is done. Got her done. Get her done. Yeah, you can enjoy coffee and not be addicted to caffeine. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like a byproduct. But yeah, coffee is awesome, man. I love coffee too. All right, I'm gonna turn off a bunch of shit on the screen, just so I can like maybe make content out of this later. Hold on, print cam. There we go. Looks amazing. Okay, I put that on the side here. Actually, wait, what did I do with my cable? What did I do with said cable? Bruh, I just put it away. Where is my cable? Here it is. Doop 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 doop. Should have left it plugged in. All right, let's get this like right here. All right, guys, we have finished the build for the homie Solid Tips. You can see his name booting up right here in the old LED screen. And this theme is from the Trail series. I don't know if you guys remember Trails, but definitely OG Japanese RPG series. We have Rean and we have Altina, the two characters that our client Solid Tips wanted featured. All right, let's start with the lever. We have baby blue, purple, and the clear dust washer. Very unique. Now a lot of people do this type of work with the levers, changing up the colors with the shafts and whatnot. Okay, and we have the buttons, gravity KT buttons. Okay, we also see the LEDs are firing off internally, looking awesome, and they're working with the sound of my voice activated. You also have a remote with that too. You could change it. You could change it via Bluetooth. A lot of fun, right? Okay, and then on the rear side, no, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna unplug it. Let's unplug it. Front panel here, we have a split view of Rean. Really nice. Okay, black, blue, purple for the corners. Accents go over here as well. Just a background on the sides. Artwork installed inside. We have for the dub logo here. Rean and Altina on this side. USB-C with a blue surround. All right. Continues over here as well. Solid tips, tag right there. Beautiful background installed inside the buttons as well. Of course, we have the bottom foam etching of Rean. Really cool background. Cut through the nice padded foam. Looking real sweet. I also have the magnetic bottom, but I always install the feet just in case they want that option as well. But the feet can be removed and you could just use the bottom with the magnetic plates. So yeah, this is really nice. Okay. Oh, one thing I didn't talk about too, we have 2 extra buttons here. So these are mapped to L3 and R3. And they're also mapped to port number 26 and 27 on the GP2040 CE board. So they can change that. They can make different profiles and whatnot. But I'll leave that up to the customer to decide, you know. But yeah, I think this build is cooked, guys. My blade, calm as still water. One of the main quotes for Rean. Dunzo. Yeah, let's get it. All right. Appreciate that, guys. I'm going to go take some photos, pack her up, test on PlayStation. But yeah, we did accomplish everything. We finished everything by before noon. But yeah, let's chill out a little bit. Gonna have some water. You know, I'm going to plug into... No, you know what? I got one more thing to do. I got to install a lever into the stick. But while I do that, I'm going to plug it into PlayStation 5. Let's do that real quick. Let's see. Do I actually... does this cam work now? Hang on one second, guys. Yeah, actually, yeah. I have like a different view now. This cam now has enabled a different view. Okay, so I'm going to turn on my console here. This is like my console testing station. I'm going to turn that on. And then we will grab the stick here and we'll get this tested over on the console station. I always test it, even though I could just tell by if we have the LED screen installed, I can already tell whether or not the PlayStation authentication is not going to be a problem. But, what do you call it? I like to do the test, like, you know, the 10-minute test or whatever. It's actually 8-minute timeout, but I always just set a timer for 10 minutes on my devices. Okay, so we're going to plug in. Oh, wait, you know what? I forgot. We have to set it to PlayStation 5 mode. Let's set it to PlayStation 5 mode. Okay. Let's make sure that works. Yep, PS5. Okay. Cool. Let's log into Street Fighter. I actually have to make sure this is updated as well. Because we are... Let me see. Check for update. Oh, there is an update. Sheesh. Did that install? Yeah, we have to check for the updates, guys. Nice feature you have at that corner. Yeah, this is like, I just keep my consoles here. Guys, I'm thinking about moving my cabs. Moving my cabs and moving my console area. Like, I really want to maybe make this more of an office space. This is my basement, right? So it's like, I have my cabs here, right? I was thinking about moving it to my garage. But, I don't know. That may be a little risky, too. We'll see. Okay. So I already see on the screen here, it already says that, what do you call it? There's a PS5. Like, the PS5 is already authenticated, which means it's good to go. But I always still test it for 10 minutes. Okay. Let me just put it on training mode. The hell? Okay. Hey Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes. Okay. That is good to go. Let me make sure touchpad works while I'm on PlayStation. Yes. Okay. All my inputs are working. Yep. Okay. Home was working. Start's working. Share's working. Okay. Cool. Yeah, we got everything ready to go. I'm going to let this marinate right over here. Meanwhile, I've been wanting to fix this because I had to use one of the lever from this stick. This is the TR Fightstick Octopus. We took a JLF from here for a previous build, but I got to put a JLX2 in now. Hang on, let me drop this in. Woohoo! Okay. You guys know that I did a review on this if you guys are curious about this stick. I definitely did a review on this stick before. Okay, let's grab one of these. All right. You know what? Let me not hurt myself today. Let me grab my electric screwdriver. Yeah, I got to use this more often. Does that work, Pop? Pop, I think you have an iPhone or no? I think you're an Android guy, right? Okay. Yeah, Android guys, I thought. I need a shaft cover. So we're going to pop this in. Yeah, me either. I don't really care. There are really cool Android phones coming out though now. So cool. Let's see. I don't know what happened to the music, guys. Actually, I can turn all this on now. Yeah, we're back. Okay. Oh, yeah? Nice, Vanson. I actually just swapped a bunch of stuff on my cabs. I realized I want to play Fightcade more. And, like, what's better to play Fightcade than on the cabs, you know? So I actually started, I'm going to dedicate my arcade cabinets to Fightcade. The ones behind me. Me too, Pop. I actually got, like, you know how I was saying how I got, like, tendonitis, right? It was partially from my phone. Partially from my phone. Because I used to use the giant phones, like the Plus phones or whatever. And, yeah, like, just stretching your hand out more like that. Like, I don't have big hands to begin with. So, yeah, stretching my hand out more and, like, it was causing issues, you know? So, now I use a phone that I can actually, like, use with one hand. And as long as the features, like, I used to tell myself, oh, I need the better features of the whatever, the bigger phone all the time. But that ended up being a trap. You know what I mean? Because, like, that would just... I would never really use the features and I'd just injure myself. By the way, guys, this is one of the best fight sticks you guys can buy for the money. This is called the TR Fightstick. Look how clean the internals are for this. It's beautiful, right? Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to get this stick in here because I literally used it as a loan. This back. I'm with you though. I'm not really like into the big phones either. I thought I would be. Like I just thought, oh, it's so cool having a big phone. You know what I'd rather prefer? I'd rather prefer a small form factor foldable phone. I think we're getting close to that, right? Apple's probably going to drop one soon. I'm interested to see how that would look. And then I wouldn't even get that one. I would get the 2nd gen or 3rd gen version of it. Okay, that's done, guys. All right. TR stick back in action, bro. Yeah, I actually haven't... I got to update this firmware, too. I got to figure out how to do that. Have you guys seen how cool this is? You can plug it into, like, Real Arcade. You can plug it into Dreamcast, PS5. It has toggles for the Switch. It has a screen. One of the best sticks that you could buy for your money. Because this works on basically every console. Alrighty. Yo, real talk, guys. I think I might just switch back to Sanwa buttons. Sanwa buttons are so good. They just work, you know what I mean? They're just solid. Yeah, right? You don't need a freaking flat screen TV in your pocket all the time, right? Sanwas are the best, bro. I was even at a point at a certain time, I was like, yeah, maybe they're not the best, you know, because I was so hyped with the new tech that was coming out. But like, rewind, and you just come and think of it, they are the best. Sanwa buttons are the best, man. They're so consistently good, you know? So I'm going to take back whatever I had said in the past. I'm just about to switch back to Sanwas, man, for my main setup. They're just too good. And I'm not even talking about clear Sanwa, like solid Sanwas, like these, the solids. They're so good. You know what I mean? They just work, and they feel good, and they have like a nice pop to them. The plastic's good. Everything's good. For me, I like a light press, so I like them better than Seimitsu's. But yeah, I feel like these are they're just all around the best button, I think. Yeah. All right, guys. That stick is done. I've still got a couple more minutes on this guy over here. Inputs are still working, so that's a good sign. Yep. That's all working over there. I just still gotta take some photos of this build, of the build that we finished. And yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap it up, guys. All right. So thank you for tuning in, guys. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Get some lunch probably. See what other orders came in overnight. Work on those. Get my ass to UPS to drop everything off. But yeah, it's gonna be the rest of my day basically. All right. I'll probably do graphics tomorrow, all right? So if you guys are going to tune in tomorrow, I'll probably be doing graphics. Peace out, guys. Peace. Have a good day. See you guys soon. Peace out.